This is how it happened. This is how Merc's mashups died.
I'm not fixing the gun again.
Oh, we should have done that first, or last.
Oh, but the thing I was going to say was Jack Kirby was doing all this stuff with Thor, and he really liked the idea of, like, these gods being, like, humans who are still around. And they're not, like, gods. They're not divine. They're just, like, people with incredible powers who achieved a sort of status where they're thought of as gods. Anyway, but the point is Jack Kirby was doing that at Marvel, Thor, whatever the fuck. And then he went over to DC, and then immediately started doing the same thing.
Oh yeah,
started New God.
He did. He created the New Gods. I forgot.
Yeah.
Those were a Jack Kirby thing.
Yeah. And this is from a fucking old big picture video I watched. But I just thought that was amusing. He was like, yeah, and Thor is descended from this concept, which you can see Jack Kirby must have liked a lot, because he pretty much just started it all over again when he went to DC and started doing New Gods. He just created a whole new roster, because he didn't have access to any of those previous characters anymore, so...
So, did I tell you about the origin of the Watchmen characters?
No. But who watches them?
Who watches the Watchmen, indeed?
Yeah.
This is awkward.
You know that's a Latin
They were
phrase?
waiting on him pretty bad from what I could see. Definitely ain't a good night to be a firefighter. Ain't a good night for most things.
Quis custodiet ipsos custodes in Latin, which literally translates to, and who will guard the guards themselves?
So, the thing about Watchmen is, like, the original artist, or writer, Alan Moore, wanted to use characters from Charleston Comics, which was a DC property at the time. But DC told him...
Oh, I think you might have told me this. Definitely say it again, though.
He wanted to use characters from Charleston Comics, which was a DC property at the time, because DC had recently bought, like, every fucking comics company under the sun except Marvel. But DC told him, no, you can't use those characters, we're going to fold them into the mainline continuity. And so he's like, alright, I will just use my legally distinct characters. So instead of fucking Captain Atom, I think, was the one that... instead of Captain Atom, we have Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan.
And instead of The Question, we have Rorschach. And you know?
Yeah, you did tell me this, because I remember you said the question. I remember that. But, that's interesting. That's really cool that he was like, I have a story I want to tell using these characters. And they were like, you can't. And he's like, okay, fuck you then. I'll just make OCs Do Not Steal.
OC Do Not
Alan
Steal.
Moore really just...
He literally made
he
the
literally
OC
just made a whole,
Do Not
just whipped
Steal.
up a quick batch of original characters. Hey guys, meet my OC Donut. Donut Steel. And the last name's spelled like Steel the Metal.
It's one of those steel donuts. Don't bite into it, you'll hurt your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is getting on my nerves because I don't like invisible guys walking around.
I can't sabotage that until I upgrade the disruptor.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do we have upgrades? Let's see if we have any upgrades. Because it's been a while. Oh yeah, tons. Let's see what we can get. Oh, we can get this, which is pointless now, pretty much. Stun
Nice.
sticks.
A little too late for that one.
I don't want the cluster mine. Oh, damn it. Combat. What do we got? I guess now is the time to start getting these special combat moves. Huh. Hold on, do I have...
I'm on the Wikipedia page for Quis Custodiet Ipsos Custodes, also known as Who Watches the Watchmen. An episode of the animated series The Simpsons refers to this philosophical question. In episode 1F09, Homer the Vigilante, when Homer is talking about having abused his vigilante powers, his elder daughter Lisa asks, "If you're the police, who will police the police?" Homer responds, "I don't know, Coast Guard?" I think that's funny. I don't know, Coast Guard?
Lost sight of target. Search the area.
Checking on man down. Let's be quick.
Oh yeah, look, here we are. Batman.
Think you're smart, Bat? I'll have this thing working in no time.
I can't take the minigunner down silently. I'll need to finish him with a series of strikes.
It's a little bit like the Three Stooges moment there, where these two idiots just futzing around with their fucking guns that don't work.
I always thought it was a Three Stooges moment when you and Nightwing were punching the dude at the same time. When it was like, it was like you're like, yeah, come here, you. You know, like there's a weird comedic timing to it where you're punching him like 1, 2, back and forth, one, the other.
And it's like, oh yeah, and then Dick hits him with a pie.
2 watchtowers still standing.
A pity to leave sir.
And then the other guy
You caught me off
wipes the pie out of his eyes and he's like, "Woo!" And then they poke him right in the eyes. Like as soon as he's done wiping the pie from his eyes, they poke him. The moment he's done.
What else do we have? Oh yeah, we got
Well,
more
I don't even remember
watchtowers.
why I looked up Who Watches the Watchmen, but I went down and there's Batman stuff on this page.
I'm going to take them down.
In Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, the phrase is handwritten on a floor support near the staircase as Batman carries a weakened Superman over his shoulder at the climax of their duel. Does that really happen? It just fucking says Who Watches the Watchmen on the wall, like while Batman's carrying
Well,
a
you have to remember, Zach.
weakened Superman.
Zack's
That's a fucking
Zack
yeah.
Snyder directed Batman v Superman, but he also directed Watchmen.
Yeah, but that's not like an Easter egg. That's like the tone of the movie. It's like, what if Superman decided to kill us? Somebody would have to stand up to him. That's the whole fucking thing in Batman vs Superman.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
it's like-
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Zack intended it to be an Easter
But
egg.
that's so unsubtle and stupid that it would just be written on a wall.
It's Zack
like
fucking
weird.
Snyder, Zack.
I know, that's why I'm saying. I guess that's what you would expect from a fucking Zack Snyder movie. Alright, during the episode Divided We Fall of Justice League Unlimited, Batman says the phrase to Green Arrow, after Arrow talked Superman and the other founding members out of disbanding the League.
He could be dead for all I know.
Green Arrow translates the Latin to Who Guards the Guardians. Superman's reason for disbanding the League was that the League were guilty of arrogance and have alienated the people they were trying to protect. Green Arrow's reason not to disband is that no matter what, they are still heroes and are needed greatly.
Money runs out, I guess so.
Huh.
Think the new commander will try and take over? The assassin? No way. He works alone. Doubt he'd have taken this
Cool.
job if
So
he hadn't taken
Batman
a grudge against the Bat. What did Batman do to
exists.
him anyway? It was years ago. The night some Gotham crime lord called Black Mask tried to and assassinated. Black Mask? You sure it wasn't that Joker guy? That's what I read. Does it matter? Anyway, our assassin friend collect what he thought would be an easy $50 million.
So they're basically recapping
Well and truly capable.
Deathstroke's presence in whatever Batman Arkham Origins.
Check that weapons crate.
So I'm looking at a picture here of Lobo holding up his own decapitated head.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at a picture of Lobo holding up his own decapitated head.
Okay, so the thing about that is,
It appears that it's new reboot Lobo killing Lobo.
oh right.
Am I correct about that?
Is it like a skinnier Lobo head?
Don't let the bastard get us.
Or
Yeah,
no?
it's not a fucking Jonathan
Um,
Joestar looking dude who's jacked. It's like a skinny dude with shorter hair.
yeah. I forget. I think they rationalized it by saying, okay, hold on. You're looking at the one where it's skinny Lobo holding up Big Lobo's head.
Just be ready when you do.
Yeah.
I think later they said that the skinny Lobo was just a fake, and the Big Lobo actually survived this because
Huh.
he's so tough that nothing can kill Lobo.
The old bone's starting to ache.
In canon, he's banned from both heaven and hell.
So every time he dies, they just send him back.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, he can regenerate from a single drop of blood. So there was one point where he actually had a bunch of clones of him running around because he had bled, and those blood drops had regenerated into full blown Lobos.
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay. Stay calm.
Hey, so get this. Apparently, like, skinny Lobo is actually, like, classic. Like, from the 80s.
Stay alert.
Then, in 1990, Alan Grant, writer, Simon Bisley, art, Lobo, the last Zarnian, hit the stands. Jumped off the pages as all the character of a tough guy. And he's, like, fucking built and huge and got dreads and he's wearing Gene Simmons makeup. He always had, like, black eyeliner and a leotard, but he was never a biker smoking a cigarette with a fucking giant chain thing until that. So the 90s reboot, that's already a reboot of him. So that's actually the weird one.
I didn't
the
know
huge
about
one
that.
where he's a
'Cause
biker. And going back to Skinny
I
Lobo is actually like
I
going
remem-
back to normal.
I remember when they went. I remember when they started with the skinny Lobo. Because I like my first exposure to Lobo was like the Justice League cartoon where he showed up in one episode when everybody thought Superman was dead, and he was like, "I want to join the Justice League." And they were like, "Well, I guess." And then like he starts doing all this violence because Lobo does violence.
Lobo does violence.
And they're like, yeah, and like so once Superman comes back, they kick him out of the Justice League. And he's like, "Fine, I never wanted to join your
Because they
stupid
have no
group
need
in
for
the
a
first
fuckhead
place."
like that anymore.
And then he fucks off to space.
I'll go make my own group.
But that was the Big Lobo. So like I didn't even know that like the skinny Lobo was like
One
the
Melissa
original.
Watchtower left, Alfred. Finish this.
Yeah, I've sent you a picture of him from 1989, and he's like the proportions of a normal man. Like they drew muscle on him still, but he's just wearing a black leotard and he's just got long, stupid hair and like
I remember
Fu Manchu and black eyeliner.
I
He doesn't even
remember
have
it
this
being
makeup yet.
I remember it being like extremely like poorly received when they because originally like when they introduced Skinny Lobo in the comics,
Buy him a present.
not old Skinny Lobo but like new Skinny Lobo, they
Right.
they did the same justification for Big Lobo as like they did when they re-retconned it back to Big Lobo, which was the Big Lobo was a clone or impersonator, and like
I'm just saying. What
and they the
Small
the
Lobo
small
is
one
real
was the
Lobo.
real Lobo,
I'm going
and like everyone
And
hated
then they
that.
bring the big one back with that same
Everyone
logic.
fucking hates Small Lobo.
Right. And check this out. So this is from 2015. When did the new 52 start?
Oh god, I don't know.
All right.
Like
Like 2015,
2015
2014.
probably. I don't know.
Right. So this is a guy reviewing New 52 Lobo from the modern day, like 2015. And he has a picture of new Lobo here. And he's now like a skinny guy, white, and he has muscles and black hair. He doesn't have Kiss eye makeup anymore. So he's back to being a skinny guy in the New 52. But the point is, this is the guy reviewing that, and he's like, I first discovered Lobo in 1983, and he was this type of guy. Then, fast forward to 1990, he's this type of guy. Then, fast forward,
Chances are we're not gonna even see him.
Fast forward to 2015,
Damn straight. I've been itching to use all
and he's back to
Right.
this kind of guy.
um,
And then fast
Hang on.
forward to 2016, because that shit didn't stick around for long. And he's back to this guy.
yeah, sorry. You're doing the rest of the story for me, but the point is, this guy says, he posts the picture of Lobo holding his own head, and he's like, you gotta admit, that's a damn cool way to introduce a new version of an old character. That's a good reboot. That's a cool shot. Whatever. Classic
It's
send-off.
been done
then,
so fucking many times, though. Like, you
Right, but
always
check this
have,
out.
like, the... Oh god, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sabotage the med pack, but whatever.
So he was more like a bounty hunter assassin guy back in the 80s. So he said, a classic send-off to the main man, and then wham bam, the cool collected sci-fi bounty hunter from the 80s is reintroduced. The guy who didn't waste time talking so much, whatever. This story is all about the clean-cut Lobo going about his business. Sure, his backstory is retold through flashbacks. Yeah, that past makes him less of a wild lunatic killer and more of a sympathetic figure. New Lobo is all business. The story did have missteps, not in the art department, because Jack Herbert does an outstanding job on the comic, but in the story department, because there really isn't anyone that matters in this narrative other than the new/old Lobo. Everyone else is pretty much window dressing for him to kill or explain away his fate to, or very coolly hold in contempt. And while that is fine for a comic or two, it doesn't work for a whole story arc. Anyway, does that mean I didn't enjoy this reboot of Lobo? Nah, I liked it. As an old school guy, I've seen this character morph several times over the years. It never upsets me because I just roll with the punches, I guess. Look for the bright side and all that other crap. Let's face it, I was a closet fan of the early 80s Lobo. This take on him is more similar to that version of the character than the recent versions. So it's like going back to middle school for me. Yeah, I understand why people don't like this one, but I'm not among them. I realize I'm in the minority of the acceptance of this new Lobo. Most fans hate this new 52 guy.
Oh, God, no. Someone's injured over here. What are you standing around for?
Anyway, yeah, that's the whole thing. So this is a guy who I just think his perspective is interesting because he was around like before the iconic one
What chance do we have?
and then also after. And he's just giving this perspective like, hey dude, things change. This is pretty alright. Very level-headed comics fan we have here.
Don't fall for the Batman's trick. You answer to me.
Alright. So that's enough talking about whoever the fuck that guy is. Literally, I only looked him up and started looking at pictures of him because you said his name so many times. Or you said his name like 3 times, and I was like, let me look up a picture.
It's like Beetlejuice. I just need to say the name 3 times, and Zach goes on searching for him.
And it's,
Someone snuck up on him.
Beetlejuice is a good movie.
Also, starring Michael Keaton, who played Batman, and will play Batman again.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. He also played Birdman. You seen that?
I'm familiar with Birdman, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Possible man down. Search the area. Find him.
Ah, you should. Unless you like movies that are too artsy and you don't really know what happened. Well, it's not that you don't know what happened, it's that the movie doesn't explicitly tell you and you have to piece some things together. But it's about a man who used to play Batman and is now washed up. He's trying to reinvent himself as a stage actor. instead of a screen actor.
Yeah, that's
They
the
just call it Birdman instead of Batman.
yeah, because they probably didn't have the rights.
No, definitely not. Or they didn't want to even bother getting them because it's like we don't need that to tell the story. You just need the concept of a dude who
Everybody-
played a superhero for 3 movies.
Everybody
and
knows
is
who we're
now
talking about.
washed up.
A gorilla, you're good.
Yeah.
But this is a different kind of war.
All right. Talking about stuff from a really
Well,
long
shit!
time.
I don't like this at all. Not a fan.
He's over there. Come on.
Whoa, okay.
I'm not a man. I'm a bat. And I'm not a fan of bats.
Alright.
Right.
New plan. I'm going to turn this guy's gun off.
I respect you.
Make it explode.
It's been too
I can't.
long since I killed a
Waste 2. Oh, you'll have enough.
Well,
Oh,
also I literally can't, because when you try to double sabotage minigunners, he says I can't do that. The explosion will kill the gunner
Oh yeah.
because it's too
Wait,
big.
did you just kick him in the balls like 1,000 times and he didn't react? No, you were just punching him. It looked like Batman just gave him like 3 swift kicks to the balls. Yeah, at the beginning there, it looks like you're punching and kicking him in the balls. But it's just it's funny that the guy's like not reacting. He's just swinging his weapon.
I mean, he's
violently.
working the body, really. That's what it
Oh
is.
yeah, he's getting the body shots in. Cool that you're just killing these guys in detective mode.
All right, let's. Whoa, okay. What did I do all this for? Right, the watchtower. That was This is probably the most difficult watchtower of the whole thing because you got like 3 fucking minigunners, and like 1 invisible guy and 1 medic, and it's like you have to disable one of the minigunners' guns. I don't think it's possible to
Batman,
to do it without.
to kill. You remind me of this gorilla
Yeah, they really do have minigunners all along the watchtower.
nailed his head to a wall.
One chance, Slade. Leave Gotham. Now.
I don't think so.
You ever heard that song "All Along the Watchtower"?
Work on my towers,
I think you asked this already.
Still control the road.
Me neither.
And I've got an army of drones ready to tear you apart on the ground.
Wait a minute. This has happened before. It's like some kind of loop.
All of a sudden, we rewind time to when you were trying to get that robot to do your bidding, and I was like, "Just bite the dust, dude. Just rewind."
There we go.
All of a sudden, we rewind to right there, and like I'm playing it cool, but you're like, "Wait, no, stop! Something just happened."
Hey, check it out. We have Riddler tapes. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see like what all tapes
The
we actually
billboard.
have. We actually have a fair few of these. Yeah, we got the Penguin tapes too. We got do we have the full set? Oh, hold on. Oh, we don't have the full Scarecrow set yet. I'm just clearing these just so that I don't have to clear them later.
Yeah.
Got the full Stag set, the full Harley set.
Are we gonna like listen to these?
Oh yeah, eventually.
Okay. Do you want to listen to some now? Like, or no, you got to do them all because they're all like parts of the same.
Do you wanna listen to hold on. Why is this happening?
Your
Fuck,
keyboard.
my keyboard again. Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix my fucking keyboard.
Okie
Because
dokie.
sometimes the D key gets stuck, and it'll just do this.
to make you force you to walk to the right in first person.
Hold on, you just cut off there. You still there? Yo, you still there? Well, shit. I hope you're still there. Yo. My man, you just cut off. You just cut off like mega.
I was gonna say it's. Oh, I said I've been playing with this piece of silly putty for like an hour while I'm sitting here at my desk talking to you. That's what I'm doing with my hands, just mushing this piece of silly putty around. And then I said, and it's getting real silly. And then I laughed because it's not what I meant to say. I meant to say it's getting dirty, like it's picking up pieces of crap off my desk and the juice from my hands, the grease, the juice.
Oh, I had
Holy
to.
fuck! I
Well-
just realized there's a sandwich in the fridge waiting for me from yesterday. My brother got me a sandwich and I didn't eat it.
Oh
Holy
no.
shit!
Well, I had
It's
to.
like it's Christmas morning.
I had to open
There's a
the.
present waiting for me over there.
I had to.
Sorry, go
I had to
ahead.
open the lid of my laptop, and I didn't realize that was going to kill your audio. So
Oh,
I
my
didn't
bad.
hear any of
I
the
wasn't
stuff,
saying
any of the
much.
shit you were saying. So maybe it'll be on the recording, maybe it won't.
I just thought I was being funny. I was like, man, this silly putty's getting real silly.
All right,
It's stupid.
let's listen to the Riddler tapes.
Yes.
Whoops, hold on. This one first.
thought it best we meet alone, Edward.
I know what you're doing, Crane.
Edward
Keeping
Nigma.
away from Cobblepot and the others. You're a
Edward
victim
Nigma
of my
balls.
ego.
Is it working?
Ha! I don't have an ego, Crane. I'm far too brilliant
Come now.
for the likes of you.
Come on.
Of course, Edward. But nonetheless, we have a mutual foe.
A foe I could vanquish with but one of my cerebral lobes intact. Yet here you are, proposing an alliance that would let you bask in my luminescent glory.
But what if you failed, Edward? What if, by some underhand means, of course, the Batman
What if?
tried to humiliate you again?
Absurd.
I know, Edward, it's a frightening thought. How many failures can even your enviable reputation withstand? But if the Bat were distracted and tugged in too many directions by too many threats, why, then you would be assured of the upper hand.
I don't know how to respond to your ridiculous insinuations, so all I will say is this. Tell me which day you plan to attack Gotham, and maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, I will coincidentally put my entirely separate and superior master
My
plan.
entirely separate and superior master plan.
How kind, Edward. I will keep my fingers crossed.
Wow, Scarecrow's doing an amazing job manipulating him.
Who is this?
Ah, Miss Kyle. You have the privilege of conversing with me, the Riddler, Gotham's premier supervillain and intellectual colossus.
And I'm honored, Eddie. Really. Bye.
She doesn't
No
give
way.
a fuck.
Get to the point. I find myself in need of your unique skill set, your street smart, as your intellectually challenged kind adorably calls them.
I'm going to adorably hang up on this.
Oh man.
No, listen. I need something acquired, something valuable.
Sorry,
Gross.
It's just that I have all these clients who aren't insecure little power-mad man-children.
You
God
may
damn.
name your fee.
Information.
Ah, the most valuable commodity of all.
Scarecrow's planning something involving Batman.
I might be furnished with the absurd particulars of his ridiculous scheme.
I'll get you what you want, Eddie, if you tell me what I need to know.
So, hang on. Before you play that one, so that was the prequel to when the Riddler ends up putting the fucking bomb collar on her and forcing
Yeah.
her to be in the...
Yeah, he lures
just
her.
fucking
He lures her into
lured her
being
into
a
that
hostage by pretending that he's hiring her.
Yeah, goddamn. Good trick. Go ahead.
Right, okay. Riddler bot memory formatted, adaptive AI algorithms uploaded.
Riddler bot memory formatted. Headphones on. Knuckles cracked. Israel destroyed.
Ah, damn it!
Yep, it's Riddler time.
You want to become a semi-automated theme park mannequin? Because that's the fate in store for you.
Problem, Eddie?
Ah, Miss Kyle, you're here.
And you already have company. Almost, anyway. Did you lose your friend's batteries?
Why, yes. In a manner of speaking, anyway. I'm depleted.
And always compensating for it, too.
Ooh.
Oh, Catwoman, your wit never ceases to
Huh.
occur. Now, I need you to procure a set of rechargeable energy cells for me.
Oh, never mind. He had her stealing the energy cells because he needed something to power his Riddler bots.
It's been a pleasure as always, Eddie. Except for
All right,
the
fair play.
part.
I could have just waited with my question and it would have been answered.
What it is you're supposed to be stealing. There, in the robot's chest cavity. Go on. It won't bite.
Eddie, there's no... What the...
Never mind.
Eddie, make this thing let me go.
Batteries? You think I need...
Never mind.
Oh, Miss Kyle.
Whoa.
He had us all fooled.
My bespoke power supply innovations, and that was your downfall.
What is this, Eddie?
This is, you are, bait. You see, I've identified what I believe to be some sort of attachment between you and Batman. The base nature of this attachment, quite frankly, disgusts me. But it will bring him here.
You'll regret this.
Still, though, I could have just not said anything and my question would have been answered in a minute.
Greatest detective does not frighten me.
He's not the reason you'll regret it.
All right, that's it. What
So
else
is
do we
Catwoman
have?
going to be there when we fight the Riddler?
Maybe. Penguin tapes.
That's a yes.
Oops, hold on. Penguin tapes.
Keep that smoke out of my face, little man.
What's the matter, Hal? Burning smell bring back some bad memories.
You're a real couple of bozos, you know that?
Enough.
Well, about time you showed your face.
Yeah, what's left of it?
What's the deal, Crane? Why are we here? Because you share.
What if Two-Face was the main villain of Batman?
That strikes at you from the shadows, hunts you, keeps you afraid of the dark.
Yeah, we all fear Batman. Tell us something we don't know.
Like how we kill him. That's my job.
Oh, Jesus, everyone's here for this recording. Hang on, wait. Before you play this, what if Two-Face was the main villain of Batman? There was no Joker. So there was no getting Joker-fied. There was only getting Two-Face-ified. Because then that would represent like a whole other thing. That's like everyone eventually, like Harvey Dent, falls to their worst impulses and becomes their worst self. That's interesting.
That's kind of Joker's main goal.
I guess
Anyway.
so, but in a different way. It's like, you know, but like Harley Quinn would show up Two-Face-ified, you know? She just said, what's left of it? And I thought, oh, fuck, that'd be cool if she was like half burned like Two-Face. The only way they would do that is if he's the main villain.
So
You don't Two-Face the Joker's girl.
there's a character called Three-Face on Earth 3.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a female version of Two-Face, except instead of having one half burnt, it's face paint, sectioned off in 3 spaces.
Like Braveheart?
I guess. I don't know what his face paint looks like.
All right, hang on.
But
although all these images I'm pulling up, the people on the episode are not getting to see
I'm not
them.
I'm not getting to see them because I can't tab over.
You got a phone on you, don't you?
Oh, God, I guess I could look at them on my phone. Jeez.
That's what you do when you're streaming, right? You look at the chat on your phone?
I guess I could look on the
Hang on.
the
Let
chat
me
on my
look up
phone.
Three-Face.
Gotta scroll up to the start of the fucking...
Oh my god, no, she's like the Irish flag.
Yeah, so...
The green, white, and orange. Or orange, I guess, is just a normal face.
Huh.
Yeah, look. This is what Three-Face looks like to me.
So...
There you go.
So Three-Face was basically the Two-Face of Earth 3. And that was a... That's a an alternate reality where like all the members of the Justice League are actually like are villains, right? So like Superman is basically the ruler of the world, and Batman, but he's actually Owlman on that universe, is actually the older brother of Bruce Wayne who killed their parents.
Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, this is Three-Face, and she had a daughter with the jokester, who's the
Huh.
Joker of Earth 3, basically.
And he's a hero?
He's a hero, yeah.
Amazing.
Um,
How do you adapt the Joker into being a hero?
I don't know. I give very few shits about like the heroic characters of Earth 3, to be honest.
All right.
They're
That'll be my main.
they're not very compelling designs, I'll be honest.
Uh-huh.
But their daughter is called Dula Dent, and she's a character you may know as the Joker's daughter, also the Riddler's daughter, also Two-Face's daughter. Basically, every Batman villain you can think of, she's their daughter, apparently.
They all raised her together
The,
in one house. 5 dads, 1 daughter.
well, not
A
quite.
family can just be 5 dads and 1 daughter.
Not
you know?
quite.
And that's
Not
beautiful.
quite. One day she just showed up on Prime Earth, and she's like, "I'm the Riddler's daughter," and then like she was like, "I'm the Two-Face's daughter," and then I'm the Joker's daughter. And that's when she cut her face off and like stapled it on again. I don't know.
Jesus.
Um,
All right, well, look at the image I sent you of Mel Gibson from Braveheart.
I saw.
That's what Three-Face looks like.
I saw.
Me. Okay, sorry.
But it's interesting that you bring up like a character being raised by all of Batman's villains, because that's literally what the comics version of the Arkham Knight is. If you look up Astrid Arkham.
Huh?
If you look up Astrid Arkham.
Alrighty. Astrid Arkham. Also, how long have we been recording?
I don't know. It's 2:42 now. I think we started at like 10:22 or something.
Yeah, 10:22, 10:30. All right, let's go for like another hour. Astrid Arkham. Yeah, geez.
Basically, she was the daughter of I think it's Jeremiah Arkham or something.
Jeremiah Arkham, yeah.
And
descendant of the asylum's founder, Amadeus Arkham.
She was raised in Arkham Asylum, and like all of her friends growing up were Batman's rogues gallery. So
like the Joker.
So like she thought Batman was a demon who hurt her friends, so she dressed up like a knight from her fairy tales to protect them.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Listen to this. While Ingrid was her mother, Ingrid Carlson, was a kind-hearted woman. All the most psychotic patients, like the Joker, respected her. When Ingrid was heavily pregnant with Astrid, a riot broke out in the prison. It was in this precarious environment that Ingrid went into labor. In a moment of human compassion, supervillains such as Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Joker, Solomon Grundy, Solomon Grundy and Clayface stopped rioting to help and protect Ingrid during her time of need. However, this didn't stop tragedy from striking, as a rogue batarang thrown by an inmate struck Ingrid in the neck, killing her.
I think the most unbelievable part of this story is that the Joker had anything to do with it.
Yeah. Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Joker, Solomon Grundy, and Clayface.
Any of the others I can see being briefly sympathetic for that moment. But like, come on.
You know what? Like, Joker, this woman she works in the asylum. She's respected by even the most psychotic of patients, the wiki says. So Joker, this woman's got to be like, he's sitting there in his straitjacket, and she's like, "I brought you a pudding cup," and he's like, "Oh, you're the best." She's got to be like the one lady in the prison he likes.
God, that's honestly like a superpower in and of itself. Is like getting the Joker to not be psychotic for half a second.
Right. She's like Jonathan Joestar encountering Speedwagon in that alleyway. Like, this guy's a thug. He just fucking mugs people in the street for their money. But you're such a genuinely good person. You're such a ray of sunshine that you fucking just like turned him into a decent man with one encounter. And you know what? It looks like Ingrid Carlson was able to do that same thing with the Joker.
We gotta listen to the rest of these tapes.
I was wrapping it up.
Okay. Penguin tape number 2.
This cocky gobshite isn't the first bat fanatic to
chase the bat. We can take care of ourselves. I'm having nothing to do with your bait job. Aside from my cut, of course. You just make sure our men are armed and their guns are loaded. Oh, don't you worry, Arv. The guns will be loaded. Every bleeding second of this truce.
All right, tape number 3.
Hey, so when did this game come out, Arkham Knight?
2016,
Really?
I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, hold the fuck up. Are you joking? 2015.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus. This game's fucking 6 years old. That's crazy. That's incredible. Now hang on a second here. Now, this is 2011. So now, see, the thing that I'm confused about here is that
Yes.
sorry, I'm doing additional research. The thing that I'm confused about here is, oh, I see. Okay. Right. Okay, so check this. Get this. Because I'm seeing here on the Arkham Knight's wiki page, Astrid Arkham, that her first appearance, it says first appearance, Detective Comics number 1000, May 2019.
That's
so you're
right.
telling me that the first time this character showed up was 4 years after the game? And then I scrolled down and it said Arkham Knight was created by Rocksteady Studios, first appearing in Batman Arkham Knight number 1, 2015. However, in the Prime continuity, Arkham Knight first appeared as part of the new 52 DC universe in Detective Comics number 1000.
Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight number 1 was a tie-in comic that came out before the game.
Right. Because I was thinking if this because this is like a thing unto itself. This comic has the same logo as the game. This has no bearing on anything.
No, it's just a little side continuity.
Right. Like there's Batman Arkham Knight number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5? 6? How many fucking ones of these are there? Whatever, it's a standalone continuity. We know that. That's it. So the thing that I was going to say, sorry to take up so much time on this, but the thing I was going to say was if indeed the first appearance was in Batman Arkham Knight 1, and like the game Arkham Knight and the Arkham Knight started appearing in the comics in the same year, if that had ended up being true, which it isn't, it's only in the Prime Earth continuity 4 years later, but if that was how it was, I was looking the wiki to see if this is how it was, because I thought it would be so cool if they introduced this new Batman character. Wow, look, new character, guys, we made him up. Who is he? Wow, ooh, mystery. They introduced this character to the
It's a
game
made-up
and
tale.
the comics. What'd you say?
We made it up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. This one was invented by a writer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Not this time.
This one was created in our writer's room.
Not this time. It's fiction.
It's pure fiction. Totally made up. Anyway, but I was thinking it'd be really cool if they introduced this new character into the game and the comics at the same time, and they had this like, ooh, who are they? Mysterious. Wow, ooh, fiction. And then they turned out to be somebody different in the game and in the comics. So like, neither one would spoil you on the other one. I thought that was what they were going for. And no, turns out not. They've done a similar thing where they know who the Arkham Knight was in the game.
It's basically
so they're doing something different.
It's basically, think of it as like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's first appearance was in the animated series, and then like years later they roll her into the comics.
Really?
Yeah, that's her first appearance.
Batman the animated series, like from the 90s?
Yes.
Really? So she's like a fucking like whoever the character designer was for that show designed her.
Yep.
Wow. So she's like Bardock from Dragon Ball Z. They said Goku had a father, but they didn't give him a name or a design. And then the anime studio did their own little story about like, how about Bardock, the father of Goku? He looks like Goku. He wears a red headband. He gets cursed with future sight by the last member of an alien race who has the future sight ability. So that's how he knows Frieza is about to destroy the entire Saiyan race. He's the only one who sees it coming because he's got future sight from the Canassians. And he goes to fight Frieza by himself, dies. But as he's dying, he flashes forward to his son Goku fighting and defeating Frieza on Namek like 25 years from now. So he dies with a smile on his face. So that's Bardock. Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, liked that so much that he included Bardock in the manga and like made that canon. Like he re-went over that story that they covered in that anime original part. He re-went over it in the manga. Little different, but he incorporated the name and the character design and like most of the history that they made up because he liked it so much. So that's another thing from an adaptation that got folded back into the original eventually. So Harley Quinn's Bardock. That's crazy. Never knew.
All right, tape 3.
Looks like you've done 10 rounds with Grundy. Dude, is Solomon Grundy in any of the other games?
All these men, they had the same idea as us. Someone warned them, didn't they? You dirty, filthy crust. Boss, please. Someone got the drop on all of us. They killed everyone. What? He went through us like we weren't there. I never seen anything like it. The Arkham Knight. He had a gun in my mouth. He said this was a family now. We all gotta get along. And he said you better know your place. Cheeky bastard. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, right, boss? Nah. Or can break his bloody arm down.
Oh. Damn.
All right, and then
Is Solomon Grundy in any of these fucking games? Because I feel like he's some sort of like spirit that follows this cast because we keep mentioning him. He keeps coming up in all the fucking wiki articles, and then he just got mentioned just there by Penguin.
do you want me to tell you?
Just tell me if Solomon Grundy is in any of the 4 Batman games. Or 5, however many there are.
He is.
Cool. Don't tell me which one. It'll be a surprise.